Hello dear students, welcome in this mathematics class. Let's start a new chapter. This is chapter 3, pair of linear equations in two variables. In this chapter you will come across pair of linear equations which will be in the two same variables. So before starting the chapter, we will have a knowledge of linear equation in two variable. This we have done in 9th standard. So the general equation of linear equation in two variable is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers, and a and b are not both zeros. It means from a and b both cannot be 0 together. One can be 0 at a time, but both a and b cannot be 0, because if both a and b will be 0 at a time, then it will not be left a linear equation in two variables. So it will become, it is just c is equal to 0, which is not a linear equation in two variables. So we have drawn the graph of linear equation in two variable. It is a straight line. This is here I am drawing in rough. This is coordinate plane, and the graph of linear equation in two variable is a straight line. Suppose this is a straight line. So we know there are many points on this straight line. Straight line is extended on both the directions, so there are unlimited number of points on this straight line. Therefore, there are infinitely many solutions of a pair of a linear equation in two variables. Since on the graph of linear equation in two variable there are unlimited number of points, therefore it has unlimited solutions, infinitely many solutions of linear equation in two variable. Now here a and b are not both zeros. We can express this statement in mathematical form like this way also, that a square plus b square does not equal to 0. So this statement can be expressed like this way also. So next is pair of linear equations in two variables. So two linear equations are in the same two variables x and y, then these are called a pair of linear equations in two variables. I repeat, two linear equations are in the same two variables x and y, then these are called pair of linear equations in two variables. So I write here two linear equations are in the same two variables x and y, or something else. You can take in place of x and y, you can take a and b also, anything else. Okay, x and y, these are called pair of linear equations in two variables. So if we write the general form of this, then it will be, so we'll write general form is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So this is general form of the pair of linear equations in two variables. Here variables are x and y, and a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 are real numbers. We'll write here where a1, A2, B1, B2, C1 and C2 are real numbers, and here again A1 and B1 are not both zeros, or you can say A1 square plus B1 square does not equal to 0, and A2 and B2 are also not both 0. It means A2 square plus B2 square does not equal to 0. So this condition will be applied here. There are three possibilities for two lines in a plane. First is lines are intersecting. See, two lines can be intersecting also at one point here. See, number two, lines can be not intersecting, or these will be parallel. So when the lines are parallel, so lines will not intersect any point now, they are parallel. And third one is lines are coincident, they are overlapping. So here two lines are overlapping. So we will have three conditions, three possibilities for two lines in a plane. Number one, lines are intersecting at one point. Here I'll write intersecting at one point. Number two, lines are parallel. It means lines will not intersect. Mean that is parallel lines. You can say parallel lines. And third one is lines are coincident. Two lines, we are talking about two lines. Two lines are coincident. So there will be three conditions. Now we'll study that when the lines are intersecting and when these are parallel, and in which condition these are coincident. So now next is solutions of pair of linear equations in two variables. So first of all, we have general form of pair of linear equations in two variable is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So first condition is when a1 over a2 does not equal to b1 over b2. In this case we have the lines intersecting at one point, and the point where the lines intersect is the solution of lines, and this is called pair of lines are consistent. So again I repeat, when a1 over a2 does not equal to b1 over b2, then the lines are intersecting, and the point where the lines are intersecting is the unique solution, and this pair of lines is called consistent. So we'll write here lines are intersecting, lines are intersecting. Number two, and lines have unique solution. Lines have unique solution. And I tell you what is that solution. Where the lines intersect, that point is the solution. And third one, we say that pair of lines are consistent. So we say that lines are consistent. Now second condition is when a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2. So in this condition, pair of lines are coincident, overlapping lines will be there. So we will write that lines will be coincident. Lines are coincident. Lines are coincident. It has many solutions, because when the lines are coincident, then these two lines have infinitely many common points, so there are infinitely many solutions. So lines have infinitely many solutions, and this pair of lines is also called consistent. So we speak that lines are consistent. So third condition is when a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 but does not equal to c1 over c2. Here the lines are parallel and there is no solution, because lines are not intersecting at any point, so there is no solution, and this pair of lines is called inconsistent. So we'll write here lines are parallel, there is no solution. So lines have no solution, and third one is lines are, or pair of lines is called inconsistent. So lines are inconsistent. So there is no solution and pair of lines are called inconsistent. So let's draw these. When a1 over a2 does not equal to b1 over b2, lines are intersecting. So in this case, suppose this is x-axis and y-axis. Here the lines are intersecting. Suppose these are two lines and these two lines are intersecting at this point here. So this is the common point of these two lines, so this is called the common solution. This point is the solution. So lines have unique solution. This is the unique solution where these are intersecting, and this pair of lines is called consistent. Now in the second case, when a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2, then lines are coincident. So here in this case, suppose these are axes. Now the lines are coincident. Suppose this is one line and second line is also on this. These are lines are coincident, and since these two lines have infinitely many common points, so it has many solutions. These all points will be its a solution. These two lines a solution will be there. So these lines are also called consistent. And in this case, when we have a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is not equal to c1 over c2, then this pair of lines are parallel. So these are parallel pair of lines, since these lines will not intersect anywhere in the plane when extended, so there is no solution for this, and this pair of lines is called inconsistent. Now next is methods for finding solutions of pair of linear equations in two variables. So we have four methods. One is graphical method and other three are algebraic method. So we'll write there are four methods to find solution of pair of linear equations in two variables. Okay, so first one is graphical method, and there are 3 algebraic methods. So we'll write here, these are algebraic methods. So these are 3 methods we have. In that 3 methods are, we'll write these are number wise. So first one is substitution method. Second is elimination method. And third one is cross multiplication method. So first one is graphical, and these 3 are algebraic methods: substitution, elimination, and cross multiplication method. These all we will be discussing in this chapter. So this was the introduction of the chapter. Thanks for watching. Hello dear students, welcome in this maths class. Let's solve this question. This is from chapter 3, pair of linear equations in 2 variables. Question is, solve the following pair of linear equations by substitution method, elimination method, and cross multiplication method. It means this pair of linear equation in 2 variables we have to solve with these 3 methods. In the previous video, I told you that there are 4 methods to solve a pair of linear equations. So first one is graphical method, and other 3 are algebraic methods, which are substitution method, elimination method, and cross multiplication method. So with these 3 methods, we will be solving this pair of linear equations. So let's start. First of all, we will write these equations as equation number 1, suppose this is, and this is equation number 2. So first method is substitution method. In substitution method, from either of the equation, from this equation or this equation, we take out the value of x in terms of y or y value in terms of x. Then we will fill that value in the second equation. So I repeat, what we do in substitution method, from either of the equations, we take out the value of x in terms of y or value of y in terms of x, and then we will fill that value in second equation. Then let's start, then you will come to know how to do. So first of all, what I do, from equation 1, I'll take out the value of y in terms of x, and that value we will fill in equation number 2. So let's see. So we'll write here, from equation 1, here y is equal to, this 2x will go in the right hand side, it becomes 5 minus 2x. So suppose this is equation number 3 now. So what we do, we'll fill this equation 3 in equation 2. It means we have to fill the value of y as 5 minus 2x in this equation number 2. So in place of y here, we will fill 5 minus 2x. So we'll write here, put equation 3 in equation 2. So let's put now. So it becomes 3x as it is plus 2, and in place of y we will put 5 minus 2x is equal to 8. So let's see what will be happen. So that implies 3x plus 5 2s are 10, and 2 into minus 2x, that is minus 4x, is equal to 8. So it becomes here now 3x minus 4x, that is minus x, and take this 10 to right hand side, it becomes 8 minus 10. So here minus x is equal to minus 2. So minus minus will be cancelled, it becomes x is equal to 2. So value of x is 2 here. Now what we do, we will fill the value of x as 2 in either of the equation number 1 or 2 or 3, anywhere you can fill. So let's fill in equation number 3 the value of x as 2. So we'll write here, put x is equal to 2 in equation 3. So here we will fill the value of x as 2. So y is equal to 5 minus 2 into x, in place of x it is 2. So it becomes y is equal to 5 minus 4. So y is equal to 1. So it means x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1 is the solution of this equation. So we'll write, hence x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1 is a required solution. So this way we will use substitution method. Now next is elimination method. Now elimination method. So in elimination method, what we do, we'll make the coefficient of, in both equations we'll make the coefficient of either x or y same in both the equations. I repeat, in both the equations we'll try to make the coefficients of either x or y same in these equations. So for doing this, what we do, see here coefficient of x is 2, here coefficient of x is 3. So LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So if I multiply equation number 1 by 3, so it becomes here 6, and if I multiply equation number 2 by 2, so it becomes 6. So coefficient of these coefficient of x in both equations will be 6, 6. That is also fine. If I see here, coefficient here of y is 1 and here coefficient of y is 2. So if I multiply equation number 1 by 2, this full equation by 2, it becomes here 2 by, and here is also 2 by. So coefficient of y will be same. So this is easy one. So what we do, we'll multiply equation number 1 by 2. So coefficient of y will be same in that case. So that is our target. So we'll write here, multiply equation 1 by 2. So it becomes here, see, 2 into 4x plus 2 into y is 2y, 2 into 5 is 10, and second equation as it is we will write. Okay, now see what we do here. Here coefficient of y is 2 and 2. Now what we do, we'll subtract this equation from above equation, because here signs of 2y is the same here. If suppose the sign of here 2y was minus 2y, then we will add these two equations so that these will be cancelled. Now we cannot cancel this unless we will change the signs. Those signs will be changed when we will subtract this equation from above equation. So we'll subtract now. So simply we are to remember that if in both the equations signs of the coefficients is the same, then we are to subtract the equations. And if the signs of the coefficients is different, the coefficients which we have made equal is different, then we are to subtract the equations. Now the different, then we are to add the equations. Now here the signs are same, plus sign is there, so we will subtract equation these equations. So subtracting, we'll write here subtract, so it becomes minus, it becomes here minus and here minus. So in subtraction we change the signs. So these will be cancelled because this is 2y, this is minus 2y will be cancelled. Now 4x minus 3x, that is x, is equal to 10 minus 8, that is 2. So x is equal to 2 here. So here also in previous with substitution method also x is equal to 2 was the answer solution. So here also, now what we do, now we will fill the value of x as 2 in any of these equations, any. So I can fill in first equation. So we'll write, put x is equal to 2 in equation 1. So let's put, so 2 into x, that is 2. 2 into 2 plus y is equal to 5. So 4 plus y is equal to 5. So y is 5 minus 4, that is 1. So we'll write here, so x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. is solution of given pair of linear equations. Yeah, given, you can write given equations. So next is cross multiplication method. So I have written these two equations. Now first step is to bring these constant terms to the left hand side. So it becomes 2x plus y, and this 5 will become here minus 5 is equal to 0 now. And second one is 3x plus 2y minus 8 is equal to 0. So let's start the cross multiplication method. What we do, first of all, we'll write here x, then here y, then here 1. So remember, we have to write x, y, and then 1. Now we will be start writing the coefficients of xx, yy, and these constant terms below here. So how we will write? See, first of all, below x, or you can say we'll start writing the coefficients from y. We'll write the coefficients of y here, then constant terms, then coefficient of x, then y here. So let's see, we have to write here coefficient of y is here 1, there 2. So we'll write here 1 and 2. Here minus 5, minus 8. So we'll write here minus 5, minus 8. Now next is 2 and 3, coefficients of x, 2 and 3. Then coefficients of y, 1 and 2. Here 1 and here 2. This way we will write. Again I repeat, first of all we'll write x, y, and 1. So below x, we'll start writing the coefficients from y. Here 1, 2, then minus 5, minus 8, then 2, 3, then 1, 2. See here, we have written. Now we'll write here x divided by something. Let's see what is there. Is equal to y divided by something. Is equal to 1 divided by something. We'll write like this way. Now what we do, below x, what we write? We'll multiply this. This multiply by this minus this multiply by this. This we'll write below x. And below by what we write? Minus 5 multiply by 3 minus 8 multiply by 2. So it means this multiply by this minus this multiply by this. And below 1 what we write? This multiply by this minus this multiply by this. It means 2 multiply by 2 minus 3 multiply by 1. So let's start. So here 1 multiply by minus 8. So you can write directly also minus 8. And then minus from your side. 2 multiply by minus 5. This way. Now below y, what we write? Minus 5 multiply by 3 minus 8 multiply by 2, or you can write 2 multiply by minus 8. 2 multiply by minus 8. Below 1, 2 multiply by 2 minus 3 multiply by 1. So let's see what will be there. It is x over, see here, minus 8 minus 2 into minus 5 plus 10 is equal to y over minus 5 into 3 minus 15 minus 2 into minus 8 plus 16 is equal to 1 over 2 2s are 4 minus 3 1s are 3. So let's see further. X over, see here, minus 8 plus 2 plus 10 is plus 2 is equal to y over minus 15 plus 16 plus 1 is equal to 1 over 4 minus 3 is also 1. So these three are equal. X over 2 is equal to y over 1 is equal to 1 over 1. So 1 by 1 we will be making x by 2 is equal to 1. Then we'll find the value of x, and then y by 1 is equal to 1. Then we'll find the value of y. So see what is coming the value of x and y. Here we'll write x over 2 is equal to 1 by 1. So from here x is equal to 2. Now here y over 1 is equal to 1. So from here you can find out y is equal to 1. So it means x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1 is the solution of this pair of linear equations. And you have seen that with all these three methods, the same answer was coming, same solution was coming. So this way we can check your answers also. So this way, thanks for watching. Hello dear students, welcome in this maths class. Let's solve this question. This is from pair of linear equations in two variables. Question 2 is, on comparing the ratios a1 over a2, b1 over b2 and c1 over c2, find out whether the line representing the following pair of linear equations intersect at a point, are parallel or coincident. In previous videos, I have told you that when two lines are there in a plane, then there will be three conditions. Either they will be intersecting, or they will be parallel, or they will be coincident, means overlapping. So these three conditions will be there. So we can compare these coefficients and can tell about these three conditions, that which condition will be there in this pair of linear equations in two variables. So first of all, we will compare these two equations with the general form of pair of linear equations in two variables. So let's write the general form. Now just have a look on the general form of pair of linear equations in two variables. So it is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So first case was when a1 over a2 does not equal to b1 over b2. In this case, lines will be intersecting. Here see, these two lines are intersecting at one point and have unique solution. The point of intersection is the unique solution. That point is the solution only. And this pair of lines is called consistent pair of lines. And second option was when a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2, then these lines are coincident. Coincident means overlapping lines are there. See here, these two lines are overlapping here. Now in this case, the lines will have infinitely many solutions, because these two overlapping lines have infinitely many common points. So it will have infinitely many solutions, and these lines are also called consistent pair of lines. In third option, it was a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 but does not equal to c1 over c2, then these lines are parallel. They will not meet anywhere when extended in the plane. So here there will be no solution, because lines will not meet anywhere, will not intersect anywhere, so there will be no solution, and this pair of lines is called inconsistent. So in this question we will write the same only. So on comparing with general form a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, here a1 is, if you compare, a1 is 5 here and b1 is minus 4 and c1 is plus 8. Similarly, a2 is, this is a2, that is 7, and b2 is 6 and c2 is minus 9. If you see here, what is a1 over a2? This is 5 over 7. What is b1 over b2? This is minus 4 over 6. If you cancel this, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are, so it is minus 2 over 3. If you see here, a1 over a2 is not equal to b1 over b2 here, so we say that since a1 over a2 is not equal to b1 over b2, hence this pair of linear equations intersect at a point. Hence this pair of linear equations intersect at one point. Intersect at one point. So the second part is 9x plus 3y plus 12 is equal to 0. 18x plus 6y plus 24 is equal to 0. So in this question here, comparing this with general form, a1 is 9 here, a2 is 3 here, and it is b1 not a2, B1 is 3 here, and C1 is 12 here, and similarly A2 is 18 here, B2 is 6 here, and C2 is 24 here. If we find A1 over A2, so it will be 9 over 18, that is 1 over 2, and B1 over B2, this is again it is 1 over 2. C1 over C2, it is 1 over 2. So we'll write since A1 over A2 is equal to B1 over B2, that is equal to C1 over C2 here. So this pair of lines is coincident pair of lines, because here A1 over A2 is equal to B1 over B2 is equal to C1 over C2, then pair of lines will be coincident. So we'll write this pair of lines is coincident. Coincident means overlapping lines. So the third part is 6x plus minus 3y plus 10 is equal to 0, and 2x minus y plus 9 is equal to 0. So here if you compare with general form, A1 is 6 here, B1 is minus 3, and C1 is 10 here. Similarly A2 is 2, B2 is minus 1, see here it is minus 1, and C2 is 9 here. So if you find A1 over A2, it will be 6 over 2, that is 3. Now B1 over B2, that is minus 3 over minus 1, that is also 3. And then C1 over C2, it is 10 over 9. So if you see here, you will get that here A1 over A2 is equal to B1 over B2, because their answers is 3, 3, but does not equal to C1 over C2. In this case, if you remember, the lines are parallel, because there will be no solution, so lines will be parallel. So we'll write this pair of lines is parallel. This pair of lines is parallel. So this way we can do this question. Thanks for watching. Hello dear students, welcome in this maths class. Let's do this question. This is from pair of linear equations in two variables, exercise 3.2. Third question is, on comparing the ratios A1 over A2, B1 over B2 and C1 over C2, find out whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. So we have discussed this earlier also. When the pair of lines have one solution or many solutions, then this pair of lines is called consistent, and when it has no solution, then these lines are parallel. So in this case, we say that this pair of lines is inconsistent. So again I repeat, if pair of linear equations in two variables have one solution, means a unique solution, or many solutions, then this pair of linear equation is called consistent, and if there is no solution, then this is called inconsistent. So this is general form of pair of linear equations in two variables. A1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Here when a1 over a2 does not equal to b1 over b2, then this pair of lines is intersecting and have unique solution. This is called consistent pair of linear equations. Again, if a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2, then these pair of linear equation is coincident, means overlapping lines will be there, and here there will be many solutions, and this is also called consistent pair of linear equations. Third case is when a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 but does not equal to c1 over c2, then this pair of lines are parallel, means there is no solution because they will not have any common point. So this pair of lines is called inconsistent. So here also you can write general form of pair of linear equations in two variables is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Now you will write your first part 3x plus 2y minus 5 is equal to 0. So in general form you will bring this constant term to left hand side. Here in all these cases you will bring the constant terms in the right hand side. So we'll write the first part 3x plus 2y minus 5 is equal to 0, and second equation is 2x minus 3y minus 7 is equal to 0. If you compare this with general form, so you will come to know that here a is 3, a1 sorry, and b1 is here 2 and c1 is here minus 5. And a2 is here 2, b2 is minus 3 and c2 is minus 7. So if you find a1 over a2, so it will be 3 over 2. b1 over b2, if you find, it will be 2 over minus 3. These two are not equal, so we should not find that c1 over c2. So we'll write since a1 over a2 is not equal to b1 over b2, so this pair of lines is intersecting. So we'll write pair of lines are intersecting, lines are intersecting, or you can write pair of lines have one solution, your unique solution. So pair of lines have unique solution, so they are consistent, they are consistent. So if pair of lines have one solution or many solutions, we say this is consistent, and if they do not have any solution, there is no solution, then this is called inconsistent pair of linear equations. So written the second part. So if you compare this with general form, here a1 will be 2, b1 will be minus 3 and c1 will be minus 8, and then a2 will be here 4, b2 will be minus 6 and c2 will be minus 9. If you find a1 over a2, you will get 2 over 4, that is 1 by 2. b1 over b2, it will be minus 3 over minus 6, again it is 1 by 2. Then we'll find c1 over c2, that is minus 8 over minus 9, minus minus cancel, it is 8 over 9. So we'll write since a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 but does not equal to c1 over c2, it means that they do not have any solution. So we'll write pair of lines have no solution, pair of lines have no solution. So if it has no solution, then this pair of lines is called inconsistent. So pair of lines have no solution, and so these lines are inconsistent. Now let's do the fourth part. If you see here, then a1 is 5, b1 is minus 3, c1 is minus 11, and a2, if you see, it is minus 10, b2 is 6 and c2 is 22. So if you find a1 over a2, it will be 5 over minus 10, that is minus 1 by 2. b1 over b2 minus 3 over 6, that is also minus 1 by 2. c1 over c2 is also here minus 1 by 2. So we'll write since a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2 here. Now this pair of lines are coincident and it will have many solutions. So we'll write therefore pair of lines have many solutions, so they are consistent. consistent pair of lines. So if lines have unique solution or many solutions, then this pair of line is called consistent, and if there is no solution, lines are parallel in that case, so it is called pair of line is inconsistent. So this we will do this. Thanks for watching. Hello dear students, welcome in this maths class. Let's solve this question. Half the perimeter of a rectangular garden whose length is 4 meter more than its breadth is 36 meter. Find the dimensions of the garden. So in the question it is there that half of the perimeter of a rectangular garden is 36 meter, and in rectangular garden it is given that length is 4 meter more than its breadth. And you can understand the language that half the perimeter of rectangular garden whose length is 4 meter more than the breadth is 36. Means perimeter is, half of the perimeter is given 36. So if half of the perimeter is 36, then what is complete perimeter? It will be double of 36, that is 72 meter. Okay. Now length is 4 meter more than its breadth. So breadth is small, so we can assume breadth as x meter. So length will be x plus 4 meter because 4 meter more than breadth. So breadth is if x, then length will be x plus 4 meter. And then we will apply the formula perimeter of rectangle, that is 2 into length plus breadth. So we'll start writing now. We'll write half of perimeter of rectangle, it is given 36 meter. So we'll write perimeter is equal to, or perimeter of rectangle, that is double of 36, because half is 36, then double will be, full will be 72 meter. Now length is 4 more than its breadth, so we'll assume let small one is breadth, so let breadth be x meter. So length will be 4 more than breadth, length be, or length is equal to x plus 4 meter because it is 4 more than length. Now we'll apply that formula. We know perimeter of rectangle is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. Now you can fill the values. Perimeter of rectangle is 2 into length plus breadth. So now perimeter is given to us 72 meter, that is equal to 2 into L, length is here x plus 4 and breadth is here x, so length plus breadth. Now this 2 will go here in the denominator, it becomes 72 over 2 and is equal to, here I can make x plus x is 2x plus 4. So it is 36 coming, 2 ones are 2, 36 2s are 72. So next is 2x will keep here and is equal to this 4 will go to the other side, it becomes 36, that is minus 4. So 2x will be 32 meter, or you can say, now from here you can find out x will be 32 over 2, that is 16 meter. So x is breadth, so we can say, so breadth is equal to 16 meter and length is 4 more than breadth, that is 16 plus 4, that is 20 meter. So this way we can find the dimensions of this rectangular garden. So thanks for watching. Hello dear students, welcome in this maths class. Let's do this question. A question is, given the linear equation 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0, write another linear equation in two variables such that the geometrical representation of the pair so formed is number 1 intersecting lines, number 2 parallel lines, and number 3 coincident lines. The question is that we are given this equation and we are to write one more equation such that these both equations will be intersecting lines when represented geometrically. And in second part, this given equation and one more line we are to write such that these two lines will be parallel. And in third part, we are given this line 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0, and we have to write one more linear equation such that these two lines will be coincident line when represented geometrically. Okay, so first of all we should have the knowledge of when these lines are intersecting, when lines are parallel, when lines are coincident. So for intersecting lines, we have read this condition that a1 over a2 does not equal to b1 over b2, and for parallel lines it is a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 but does not equal to c1 over c2, and for coincident lines it is a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2. So we'll try to make these conditions fulfill for these respective parts. So first part is, we have given this equation, so we can write given equation is 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0. This is given equation, and we'll write required line or required equation. Required equation is, now we are to write the required equation in such a way that a1 over a2 does not equal to b1 over b2. So suppose first of all I am taking here any coefficient you can take with x. Suppose I am taking 5x, you can take any 7x, you can take 9x, anything else you can take. Now you can see here a1 over a2 is 2 over 5. Now b1 over b2 should not come 2 over 5, it should come anything else but other than 2 over 5. So I can write anything here, 7y. Now you can see a1 over a2 is 2 over 5, b1 over b2 is 3 over 7. So these are not equal, and c here you can write of anything. Now no matter what you are writing here, so I am writing here minus 7 I can write is equal to 0. Now these two equations are intersecting when these will be geometrically represented. How it is? Because here a1 over a2 is 2 over 5 and b1 over b2 is 3 over 7. So these are not equal. A1 over a2 is not equal to b1 over b2. So these lines are intersecting lines. Now any lines you can make, there are infinitely many lines. So let's do the second question. Second part is, the given line is this. Now I have to write one more line such that these two lines will be parallel. So for parallel the condition is a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 but does not equal to c1 over c2. So for creating this condition, how we will do this? See here, required equation is, now a1 over a2, suppose I'm multiplying this by 3. So multiply here by 3, randomly I am multiplying by 3, so it becomes 6x. Now here also you have to multiply by 3 such that a1 over a2 should come equal to b1 over b2. So here also with 3, so it becomes 9y. You can check also, what is a1 over a2? 1 by 3. What is b1 over b2? 1 by 3. So these are equal. So here if I am multiply by 3, then I have to multiply both these by 3. You can multiply by 4 also, you can multiply with any number also. But now these both are equal, but c1 over c2 should not come equal to 1 over 3. Rest anything it can come. So here you cannot write here minus 24. Now if it is minus 24 there, then c1 over c2 will also be 1 by 3. So you cannot write minus 24. Rest anything you can write. So minus 3 you can write, no problem. Minus 2, but you are not right minus 24. So here see, condition is a1 over a2 1 by 3, b1 over b2 1 by 3, c1 over c2 8 over 3. So these are not equal to c1 over c2. So these lines are parallel. Now for coincident line, first of all you write the given line. For coincident line the condition is that a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2. One simple way is just multiply full equation by any number, by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5, any number you multiply. With negative numbers also you can multiply, but full equation you have to multiply with the same number, but don't multiply by 1, otherwise you will get the same equation. So other than 1 you can multiply with any, or don't multiply with 0 also. So I am multiplying here with 3, suppose. So it becomes, right, required equation is 3. 3 2s are 6, 6x here also with 3, 9y here also with 3, minus 24 is equal to 0. Now you can check also a1 over a2 1 by 3, b1 over b2 1 by 3, c1 over c2 1 by 3. So a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2. It means lines are coincident. So there are many solutions of these lines. So this way we can do this question. Thanks for watching.